You know what that sound means? It's another episode of Game for a Movie where we ask, are you game for a movie? My name is Mike. I'll be your host this evening. I am joined by a very special guest. It is
Captain Nemo. No, it's Zach.
Captain Nemo.
I'm back again.
Zach, welcome
Get
back,
rid of me.
buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you.
Say that again.
I'm happy to have you on the show.
That's it. Guys, I got the name for it.
Uh-oh.
Glad to have you on the show. Oh my God. This movie.
Yes, this movie. This is a very special episode, by the way. This is episode 100 of the Game for a Movie podcast, where we ask, are you game for a movie? We have dealt with probably at least 80 bad movies at this point.
Yeah.
Because like we did for a while do like some good shows and like we have our quizzes and stuff. I don't know, 20 episodes seems about right, 25 maybe. So about 75 bad movies.
Sure.
This might be up there as one of the worst, especially in your mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I texted you earlier and I said, I think I owe Master of Disguise an apology. Because when I came on that, I said that was the worst movie I've ever seen.
I think Master of Disguise is still worse, but you'll hear that episode 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Or 3 weeks. I don't know timing. But yeah. So first we're going to jump into what we are drinking because we do that on the show. So Zach, do you got something over there?
I have water again.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
yeah, stay hydrated. That's okay. I have a random beer I grabbed from the shelf at the grocery store. This is from Burial Beer Company. It is the Beloved Ceremony of Condemnation.
Huh.
I don't know if you can see with the it's kind of faded, but this is a very cool can art.
The can's cool. Is Condemnation spelled weird or anything?
No, Condemnation. Okay. Yeah. It's an eye that like has this bridge to what looks like a Grim Reaper in a field of flowers. I don't know.
All right.
It's Burial Beer Company. They have weird names, they have good beer, and they have awesome can art. So, yeah. Burial Beer. Exactly. How can you be mad with that? All right. So, as it is episode 100, and that is divisible by 4, and we think that's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
And because there's a certain movie that came out this past weekend, it is time for us to talk about Fantastic Four from 2015.
Ooh, what a dark year.
Did you like put 2 and 2 together that every 10 years there's been a new there's been a new iteration of Fantastic Four?
Kind of like Pennywise returning to Derry. Fantastic Four rears its head every 10 years.
I meant to look this up before. Was it like a Fox rights thing? Like where, you know how with like Spider-Man? Okay, cool. That's what I thought it was.
It was going to expire later in 2015. So they had to get this out in the summer to keep those rights.
That feels about right.
The irony of that is palpable.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So we were talking the 2015 version. Just a couple of the names here that you may be seeing. Josh Trank was the director and one of the 3 writers on this show or movie. Our main 4 are Miles Teller, Kate Mara, Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Bell. We've also got Toby Kebbell and Reg E. Cathey. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And Tim Blake Nelson. So those are some of the big ones. It also was a little weird that Tim Heidecker was in this and was like the drunk dad.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That was it threw me for a second, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah.
Is this before Tim and Eric Awesome Show?
I would think it would be right around that time.
Yeah, it must have been around the same time.
Right? Because
he's also an Ant-Man.
Yes, he is. Yeah, and Eric is too. They have both of them in there. They got both of them in as like cameos. So Tim and Eric Awesome Show debuted. Well, Tim and Eric's Bedtime Stories were 2013 to 2017. Tim and Eric Awesome Show Great Job is 2007 to 2017. Okay. So it had been around for a bit.
Yeah.
Before this nightmare.
Oh, I just pulled up. Because you said 2015. I was like, what else came out in 2015? Inside Out came out in 2015.
Great.
Truman.
Okay.
Mad Max Fury Road.
Okay. Great.
Creed also came out in 2015. What a year
Okay.
for Michael B. Jordan, huh?
That's two very opposite movies on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Okay. Not
And
my
this is
favorite,
just-
but good.
Even Star Wars Force Awakens 2015.
I forgot that came out in 2015. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a bad year for movies, except for
One notable.
this turd that got dropped on us.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of so like usually on the show we talk about like all the details of it and everything like that, and I still want to kind of do that. But it's also weird because everybody kind of knows the origin story. They changed it a little bit for sure. It still feels like the same Fantastic Four we grew up with.
Are we talking about the portal, you mean, or the origin of the movie?
Well, I was talking about the origin of the actual Fantastic Four. The origin of the movie.
Yeah. I can
go
put
ahead.
on my nerd glasses real quick.
Okay.
It is the origin story from the Ultimate Universe. Like the Ultimate Fantastic Four and Ultimate Avengers.
Okay.
It's way closer to that. That was a lab accident instead of the spaceship.
Instead of the spaceship going to Planet Zero or whatever. And
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I know in the 2005 one, they went to random planet and they were fixing a problem and Cosmic Storm made them their powers. This is along those same lines, but we take a while to get there.
Yeah. About 40 minutes, if I remember correctly.
And this is an hour 40 of a movie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of what I remember people talking about was it finally felt like the movie got going and then it was over.
And then it was over. And yeah, they didn't even have a third act until about halfway through shooting the movie. So,
and that third act, yeah. But we start as all good stories do, with a little 7 years earlier, and learning about the friendship of Reed Richards and Ben Grimm.
Yep.
Including things like Reed Richards, he talks about his career that he wants. He wants to create this teleporter.
Yeah. That's it. He wants to invent teleportation. We don't know why he wants to do teleporter, where the idea came from, how he's the smartest kid in there. He just wants a teleporter.
Right.
That's it.
And basically in that class is Ben Grimm, who kind of is excited by the idea, likes the idea of it. And he also is, their family runs the local junkyard. And
let's not skip the fact that Chet Hanks is his older brother.
Yes.
For
Who
some reason
comes to beat him up and says, it's clobbering time.
Yeah. So this is the first sign that in this movie, all fun and happiness and joy is going to be sucked out of the Fantastic Four. And anything you like of it, we're going to turn into like a dark ink blot. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Clobbering time is fun. And now it's what your older brother says when he abuses you before your mom comes and starts hitting him.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. She did come in like just immediately start wailing.
Yeah, just wailing. And we skipped over the fact that Dan Castellaneta, the voice of Homer Simpson, is probably the worst science teacher ever. Like he reads up there presenting his teleporter idea, and he just starts like making fun of him.
Right.
Just
talking about his flying car and everything like that, and that he needs to come back with a real career.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, yes, he didn't have it quite as career, but it's a scientist. He just wanted to be a scientist. Like that's
it's science class. It's not like he's in gym or something talking, Yeah.
I thought we were going to get a little bit of the 21 Jump Street, by the way, of how Ben and Reed kind of like learn from each other to pass the test and learn from each other to like stand up to the bully kind of thing. Yeah. We didn't get that, thank God.
No, that'd be fun. We can't have that.
That would be fun. No fun had in this movie. So it's now 7 years later. Because
we're in 2000. That was 2007, right? Because they said it was sitting there, but like the classroom looked like it was from the 80s.
Yes.
To me.
Yeah, it would definitely. definitely looked older. But I
Uh-huh.
mean, that could just be a public school. Like,
Could be. Yeah. So now we're in high school. Where we
yes,
jump to.
we are in high school, and they are at a science fair where they're going
Mhm.
to demonstrate how their teleporter works.
Yeah.
I also forgot that Reed, the first time they tried it, they kind of caused a blackout when it was 2007. And
Oh
he
yeah.
just kept saying to himself, don't blow up. Don't blow up.
Yeah. And Ben was there because he helped him steal a transformer from the junkyard.
Yep.
What do they call it? A power converter?
Power converter. And he
then
stole it from a car, and it looked bigger than the car.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a transformer from like a power line, right?
Right? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that was a full thing.
Oh,
That
and the
was,
Nintendo 64 stack. I can't believe I jumped over that.
oh, yeah. Yeah. There was a
They were
whole
all
stack
hooked
of,
up.
yeah. That was pretty good too. But yeah, so they're at the science fair. They prove that
Mhm.
it works. They forgot their model car, which I thought
Yeah.
was pretty funny. You plan this whole thing and you forget like the one thing you're going to test it with. So they just grab a kid's model airplane and it works.
Zap it somewhere.
Yep. They zap it somewhere and they bring it back and it's just covered
Mhm.
in dirt. And they're just like, yeah, it worked. Cool.
And they are now disqualified.
Right. They don't want magic. They want real science.
I'm like, how is this? Okay, that's fine. Also, Dan has followed them to high school,
Yes.
like
yes, he is.
like Mr. Feeney following them through middle school to high school. Like, that's
he
rough.
didn't want to stay in one spot. He wanted to be, he wanted to grow as a science teacher.
Yeah. I don't think that's happened yet.
But it just so happens that at the same science fair is Sue Storm and Dr. Franklin Storm.
Mhm.
Do they just go to science fairs?
Yeah, they must just like to see what weirdos are going to show up with, like, hopefully a teleporter.
Hopefully, a teleporter. The one project they've been working on.
Had they heard of it? And how did he know the details of, like, because Franklin starts asking him, like, oh, so you built this in your garage? He
Yeah.
didn't even mention that in his little spiel.
Never happened.
before.
Just
No.
all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, you built this in a garage. Cool. Like Tony Stark built this in a cave. You're exactly right though. Like it never gets brought up that he built this in the garage. And then when they're looking at it and they see it and everything like that, they offer him a full ride scholarship to the Baxter Institute.
Mhm.
Why didn't Ben get offered?
I don't know. He at least seems to have working knowledge of what's going on. He may
Right.
not know the math and the science, but he's close enough to it. He's been
And-
with them for years working on this.
And like the thing, he was like early on, he handed him like a Swiss Army knife and stuff like that. Like he knew he was going to strip the screws or whatever, you know, like, so he may not be like the science part, but he's definitely like the manufacturing part.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
He's the one that keeps pushing Reed to do the next thing. And he'll come back later when the teleporter's done.
yeah.
Just
So-
to keep helping. Yeah.
So they just looked at him and said, you get a scholarship, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have no clue who did what, but we're just going to assume it was this kid.
Yep. Oh, he's wearing glasses. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, he did have glasses. So, you know, Ben, you got to wear glasses next time.
And I think this was the only joke in the movie I laughed at.
Okay.
Was when he gives the plane back to the little kid and he looks at him like, you're a dick. Like that.
Yes, that was a good one.
One. Yeah. Little kids cussing, I guess, is always funny.
Yeah, that's what gets you on that one.
Wow.
So yeah. Ben also helps Reed move in to the Baxter Institute.
Yeah. This is a weird question. Jamie Bell playing Ben Graham looks like he's like 6 years older than
Yes.
Reed.
Yes, he does. He
Just thrown by that the whole time.
I mean, I got to imagine Jamie Bell is probably older than Miles Teller was at this point, because at this point, Miles Teller probably had 2, maybe 3 movies under his belt.
You know what he did right before this?
Whiplash?
Whiplash.
Yeah. I feel like that was like in production when
Yeah.
that happened.
But what a wild swing for him.
It's also weird. I just pulled up Jamie Bell, and I mean, good for him on some of these things that he's been in and everything like that. But what threw me is in his top 4 is this. All of Us Strangers, Jumper, and then he was Billy and Billy Elliot
That's
in
crazy.
2000.
So wait, Tom Holland was also Billy and Billy Elliot in the musical, right? Or
Yes.
on Broadway.
Yep.
So that's a fun little Marvel connection right there.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Actually,
That's a strange one.
Miles Teller is a year older than Jamie Bell.
He
That's
doesn't
wild
look
to
it.
me. No, he doesn't.
So I'm trying to think. Okay, so Miles Teller had Whiplash. He probably had War Dogs. And what else might he have had? I don't want to get Spectacular Now. I don't want to get like too far down the rabbit hole about everything he's done, but
No, sure. Yeah.
He also, I forgot he was in the Divergent series. I completely forgot about that. Oh my God. Project X. Yeah. Oh, he was in one episode of The Unusuals. Oh, I like that
All
show.
right. Yeah. But the point was,
Yeah.
all
Jamie
of
Bell
these,
looks.
the cast in this movie is wild. Like,
Yes.
it's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. Say that again.
No, I don't want to. I'll say it later.
It's a wonderful cat. Like,
it is.
I don't blame anyone that's on screen for what happens.
No. And all of them would want to be a part of this project. Like, none of them knew what was going to happen or anything like that. And all of the casting, I could see all of these in a better written script succeeding.
Yeah.
I actually think my worst casting of this one is Miles Teller. And
yeah, sure.
Not because I don't like him as an actor or anything like that, but just he doesn't fit the nerd type to me.
Yeah. It's like in Barbie when they made the joke about Margot supposedly to be not attractive. And the narrator is like, this is stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, right.
Like, he's not this nerdy science guy.
Right. And it's still not distracting by any means. Like, he still fits kind of the Reed Richards kind of thing. But yeah, it's definitely strange to see him as the nerd type. Ben helps him move into the Baxter Institute. He gives him the pocket knife. That was a nice little gesture. And then first day, of course, he goes to the library. And of course, who's there? Sue Storm.
Sue Storm, who he proceeds to mansplain books to.
Yes. Who then she women-splains music back to him.
She neurodivergent spectrum explains music to him.
Yes, exactly. No, and like why she likes music and everything like that. That's like the big defining feature is she likes music. And I get
patterns.
And patterns. Yes, and patterns. That was the big thing. I also didn't know it at this point, but I kind of felt it was going that way. I really felt like this is here's Sue Storm the movie. Like in so many instances, they would be doing something and then all of a sudden she'd just be there. So it was kind of like, she's always just kind of the like, I'm here because of this. I'm here because of that. Like they found a reason to put her somewhere.
Yeah. And I think we'll talk about this later. Around this point, it started to become very evident to me that there was going to be nothing the characters did to drive the story forward. And this is like really critical. And maybe not quite as, but like there's no character growth. There's no character motivation. There's no faults that push the story forward. It's just we're moving beat by beat and we have to get to this one. He's got to run into Sue, so let's put him in a library because they're both nerds.
Yep. This movie feels like it should have been 4 hours long, and then they got told we're making this an hour and 40 minutes.
Sure.
And so they just kind of like, and here, this. But you're exactly right. I think that's what I felt like watching this movie. You know, the whole like climax pyramid kind of thing or triangle?
Yeah.
Like that. But this is a movie where I felt each and every step where you can just see he needs to run into Sue. Okay. There needs to be this. There needs to be that. There needs to be this. And it felt like each step I felt it. Like I knew exactly what they were doing. And
you could see the pattern of it almost. Like we have to get to the next step. I think Josh Trank doesn't like comic book movies. I don't think he likes comic books. You know what I mean?
It's possible. If he didn't do Chronicle, I would say it's possible.
Yeah.
But Chronicle feels like a good comic book movie that's not
Oh,
a comic book.
Chronicle is a fantastic movie, which I just kept going back to while I was watching this. It's just like, man, that sucks.
Yep.
Apparently, he wanted to make this a sequel to Chronicle, like have them be
Okay.
in the same universe.
Mhm.
And Fox was like, absolutely not. You can't connect your stuff to Marvel stuff. And he kind of does it anyway, especially when they end up on Earth Zero or Planet Zero.
Planet Zero, yeah.
Like the crystals look a lot like the crystals from
Yeah.
Chronicle.
Okay.
But he had never read Fantastic Four or didn't keep up with it. Jeremy Slater did,
Okay.
who was the
Yep.
first guy that was writing it.
Yes.
And what I
did
saw-
not. I
Yeah.
knew Jeremy Slater was like a big Fantastic Four fan. I did not
Mhm.
know that Josh Trank hadn't like stayed up with it or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I don't think he read. From what I could find, I don't think he read any of it.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
Slater was writing the first draft,
Okay.
and what was happening behind the scenes, Trank kept trying to insert his objections and like push it towards the darker stuff like Chronicle,
Mhm.
and they would get studio notes, and Josh wouldn't pass those over to Jeremy. He would just do the rewrites himself, and then send that back
Oh.
to Jeremy to write the next part. So they were kind of like button heads the whole time.
Okay. Yeah.
in secret.
If you have a co-writer and you're not telling them and you just do it yourself and you don't know the source material,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a bad time.
But then Slater got sick of it and peaced out. Do you know who
Okay.
they brought in next?
Simon Kinberg?
Simon Kinberg. Do you know what else he wrote?
I don't.
Dark Phoenix. That's my one example.
Oof.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. That's a big oof.
but at least he's a comic book fan. You know,
Still.
that's something. Days
I
of
mean,
Future Past, he was a producer on.
Yeah, I guess. And I'm looking at some of his stuff. He wrote the screenplay for the 355.
Yeah.
X-Men Apocalypse. This Means War. Sherlock Holmes. Oh my God. Triple X State of the Union, baby.
Yeah, man.
Oh
So
no.
They brought this guy on. When Slater left, they only had the first two acts done. They hadn't started the third act. Because
Okay.
Trank didn't like what he wrote. And Kinberg came in to help finish the movie.
Jesus.
We haven't got to that point yet, but when it makes the dramatic turn from a comic book movie to a body horror movie, Kinberg was the writer now.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. That does not belong in this movie.
Uh-uh.
So we also meet at this point or get a little more intro to Franklin Storm, Dr. Franklin Storm.
Yeah.
He is in trouble with the board when we first meet him that is being run by Tim Nuslin Blake, who is Dr. Harvey.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm just like all over the place with my notes and everything like that.
No, you're good.
And he's basically defending the fact that he takes these kids into the Baxter Institute, including Victor Von Doom, who was already there and got busted for something. We don't know what, but busted for something.
Yeah.
Dr. Harvey is not on board, but Dr. Franklin wants to bring him in because he knows this is the kid. He's going to help us get it done.
Mhm.
Is
He's only willing to play ball because Sue's there,
yes.
by the way. Yeah.
Can I also say, is he a shut-in? Like,
I would say so.
right? Like,
At least the way we're first introduced to him. And I think all the kids, except Johnny, we're supposed to believe are either orphans or were like abandoned by their families. So
Okay.
Johnny is Franklin's kid.
yep,
Sue's adopted.
yep.
And maybe it's just Victor, but it seemed like Victor's was an orphan living at the Baxter Institute.
Right. Which, yeah, that definitely seemed like, so had his like own room, and Franklin would bring him groceries, and it
Yeah.
just seemed like he was a shut-in, like he wasn't
And
going
he's got
anywhere.
the eye thing that lets him control those shutters and the door.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I mean that makes sense because, like, okay, Ben wasn't attending the Baxter Institute, but his family definitely let him go. And Reed's parents just like kind of said, "Do what you do, and just don't
Yeah.
turn off the game while I'm watching it."
Yeah. And yeah, I think the only interaction we saw was his stepdad yelling at him as he's
Yep.
running out of the house. So
Yep, exactly. I also love the fact. So we're talking about the fact that they just so happen to be working on this project. Victor also has the same idea and just so happens to have the same like kind of idea of it. And he's also on board because he wants to see the guy that ripped him off because he thinks he just stole his idea.
And I think this is the first time continuity gets thrown off because of the reshoots.
Okay.
Because we saw Victor a second ago, shut in looking, long, shaggy hair, wear the thing. Next time we see him at the lab, 2 minutes later, haircut, shaved beard.
It's like perfectly neat and trim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could just be he got a haircut. That's fine too. But there's so many other places. We haven't gotten to the first time we see Kate Mara in her blonde wig.
Yes.
Or Miles with the beard he refused to cut.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
It's also strange because like I don't know how much time passes in this movie at all.
Except for the 7 years and 1 year. Otherwise,
right.
We don't know anything. Yeah.
Because when we first get introduced to Johnny is I may be skipping a little ahead just because but when we first get introduced to Johnny, he is in a street race and his dad's like trying to call him and get his attention. And he breaks his arm. And it's like one scene of putting this stuff together. He's in a sling. And then after that, no more broken arm.
Never. All I have in my notes is Michael B. drag racing. I don't know why I thought that. Yeah.
I had that he was drag racing in a busted Toyota.
Yeah, I was like, how are you going to blow your transmission in fourth gear? But
the only other line, because I feel like I felt like there's an important line that I was jumping ahead because of Michael B. Jordan, but like when Victor's talking about like the maybe the world doesn't need saving because of like what the Earth has done and everything, and she goes, "Whoa, Dr. Doom over here."
Yeah. Roll credits. Not quite though.
Not quite.
I think this is where we get the Hitler joke too, because apparently Johnny has history with Doom. They don't like each other.
Yes, he called Adolf when he first walks in. Yeah, that is true because and that is actually a good reoccurring bit in my mind when he starts calling him different names than Victor. Like there was another one he called him. It was I can't remember, but he called him Adolf at that one point. And it's just Johnny being Johnny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, so they have a montage of the team trying to come together and work well. And one of the things that Johnny's working on is welding.
Is welding.
That's the thing. I kept catching things. Like they were so proud of themselves for foreshadowing.
Because Ben said rocks the first time when they were kids. He's like, it turned into rocks.
Yep.
I didn't even think of that. That's funny.
Yeah. So they did that. They did the fact that he was welding. The music in the sound waves is supposed to be how like she's controlling the.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, but that's what it is. That's sound waves. Yeah. It's not. And so like all of these things, and there's one more example that comes up in a little bit, but all of them have like this foreshadowing scene, and it drove me insane because each one I'm just kind of like, come on now. We're having him weld.
What was Reed's stretchy thing?
So Reed's is coming up the first time they're on Planet Zero.
Oh, okay.
So I'll get to it.
Okay. But I watched this with my kids again because they were pretty funny. You'll see in the future episode with Master of Disguise. And Jude was just like, for real, what are all these tubes? Is that all they're doing is just making tubes? Everything's just
tubes. Everything's in tubes. Yes.
And then we get the whole thing where they're showing all the work, and then it cuts to them, and then it cuts back, and we get a different time lapse of everything they built coming together. It's just like, yeah.
And my favorite part about this is like there's a scene where Sue comes over and like Reed is falling asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, you can go to sleep, and he's just like, oh, sorry, it's just like resting my eyes, whatever. And they have like a cute moment, and Victor catches them. And Victor is like, you're being very unprofessional, like the two of you in here and everything like that. The project's not done yet. And Reed's like, no, it's done.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Okay, it's just done.
Yeah.
This project is done. Good. Okay. Yeah. It just makes me laugh because like they just want Victor and Reed to be at each other's throats, and they had only a short amount of time to do it.
Yeah.
And so there's like these moments where it feels very artificial, where Victor's just like, I'm just going to be mad at you just to be mad at you.
Yeah. During the time lapse, he's like erasing his math and rewriting it.
Yep.
And then they just do the opposite, like 2 frames later.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly it. Where Reed erases, writes something down, and they're pointing at the thing, and yeah, that makes sense.
Right after that time, Reed texts Ben to tell him, "Hey, we did it. We couldn't have done it without you," which doesn't make sense. They did it without him. And
go ahead. I think you're going to point out the same thing.
Yeah, like he's so happy for his friends, he breaks all physics in the movie. Like he just loses his backpack, his earphones, he goes outside. It's at 27:36 if anybody's wants to see this continuity error I'm talking about.
That's not actually what I was going to talk about, but that's also
so fun. Yeah.
That's also great.
He's pushing his bike in.
Yeah.
He's got earpods. He's got the bike, backpack. His brothers are sitting at a table. And then he's looking, and then he looks at his phone, and then it cuts back. He's outside, no bike, no backpack, no earpods, no people behind him.
I didn't catch that at all. Oh my God. That's amazing. Yeah, that's definitely what I was going to point out was I was looking at the phone, and there's only like 3 messages total between these two. And it's just Reed. Like it's just Reed sending texts like, miss you, buddy. Work hard today.
That's so funny.
Couldn't have done it without you. Picture.
No, I got stuck in a loop just rewinding it, trying to make sense of the continuity thing. I missed that part.
I did not see that at all. I need to go back and find this. You said what, 27:13?
27:36.
36. Okay.
Yeah.
27:36. Yeah. All right. That requires me to go back. I don't know if I want to, but
yeah, don't.
That's amazing. I didn't notice that at all. Yeah, I was just noticing like the 4 texts on their chain. All right, so now, as we said, the project is finished. It's testing day. Dr. Harvey comes with the rest of the board. They're ready. They're going to test this out with this awful CGI monkey that just sits there.
Yeah.
Like, that's all he does. They put him in one of the tubes, close the door, and they send a monkey to space.
Yeah.
Or I guess the alternate timeline or whatever, the alternate dimension.
I thought the parts when you saw his face on the screen were pretty good, but that's like one little flash out of the whole.
So the monkey,
their Ray-Bans are going to protect him too from the black hole.
The monkey himself looked awful. But yes, I'm with you on the screen. It looked all right. But when they like put him in, I'm just like, oh God, he's just brighter than everything.
Yeah.
Like
and carrying him out.
Yeah. They just didn't render him in right at all. But just it did make me laugh that this CGI monkey they're gonna send to the middle of nowhere and then bring it right back. So they do it. The monkey is a success, and Dr. Harvey's all up. Yes, this is great. We're gonna start talking to our friends at NASA. We're gonna get people to go to this planet.
NASA? Hold on.
NASA? This could be us. No, we're gonna do this. This is what we were promised.
Oh, who promised you that? Who promised you that?
Yeah, exactly.
Not anybody in this movie.
No, Dr. Franklin did. That was one of the stipulations Victor had. Yeah, that's one of the stipulations Victor had. I'll give it to him. They didn't lose that one.
Oh, you mean Borat?
Yes, Borat. That's it. Damn it. You figured it out. Damn it. That's
his second nickname.
So Borat / Victor, he was the one that said, no, we're going to do this ourselves and that kind of stuff. But Dr. Harvey wants to coordinate with NASA. And so what do you do when the one thing you've wanted to do more than anything? What do?
You get drunk, and then you call your buddy who hasn't been in the movie for the last 20 minutes.
And you give a whole speech about the people that created the Apollo space project and how they're forgotten, and that you still know Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
don't forget the 3 movies that have come out about engineers since then. But that's
right. yeah, exactly. But so they're drunk. They're going to jump in the machine and they're going to test it themselves. And this is a great idea. They're going to bring an American flag with too to stamp it in there.
I love that the custom suits that Sue made for everybody just happened to fit Ben Grimm, who's never been in the lab before.
Yeah.
He must have like a really feminine body. Like he must have taken Sue's suit because in a Fantastic Four movie, we don't need Sue to go to this place.
Right.
Where's Sue?
Sue got completely left out. I felt so bad. I'm just like, dude, what the hell? But this is also one of the moments where it's like 4 a.m. and they've been drinking, and yet she's still up working because she has to be
earlier. Yeah, we need her there, so she's up for some reason.
Exactly. She's still up at 4 a.m. working for some reason. We don't know why. Listening to music, of course. Before we go to Planet Zero with our heroes, I'm going to take a quick break because we got to give a shout out to 2 podcasts that guessed this correct. Normally I have one. There was a little confusion on this one, and this was supposed to be for Superman 3. One of the stipulations I say in our guessing game is that this may not be from the movie itself, like one of the hints and stuff like that. And so a friend of ours from Bad Movies We Love, sounds like a podcast up our alley, said, I don't think it's going to be Superman 3 because of that stipulation. So I'm going to guess this. And I kind of had to say to them, hey, it may not be from that movie, but it may also be from that movie. Maybe you should guess again, kind of thing. Well, in the time it took for him to guess again, somebody else had guessed from Shoot the Flick, another one of our favorite podcasts.
Nice.
These guys, we've talked about them before. So these 2, I'm going to just split. They both sent me a promo, so I could tell you all about them, but I think they should just do that themselves.
Hello, Bad Movie lovers. I'm Nick Scheist,
the master of this stupid stuff,
and host of Bad Movies We Love, the podcast where we take a lovingly critical look at movies that may have fallen short of expectations, but left an indelible impact on our hearts. Every week, we dive into a different maligned movie. From mega flops to cult classics to B-movies to forgotten disasters, we laugh, we love, we ponder, and maybe, just maybe, we feel things. Along the way, we drop behind-the-scenes trivia, spin our bonus wheel of hypotheticals, compose heartfelt haikus, we face the reality of Critics' Corner, and prescribe the perfect gateway drug movies to expand your bad movie horizons. So if you've ever said, this movie sucks, but I love it anyway, you're in the right place.
If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Look for Bad Movies We Love wherever you get your podcasts and join us for the journey. Because sometimes the best movies are the worst ones.
Hi, I'm Frankie.
And I'm Scott.
And we are Shoot the Flick. We are a married couple that likes to shoot the about movies.
Whether they're old or new.
Action-packed or full of romance.
Beloved classics or putrid dumpster fires. We got them all.
Every week, we introduce each other to a new flick. We always give our brutally honest opinion.
And we never go to bed angry.
So follow us now on Instagram and Twitter at Shoot the Flick.
And join us every Wednesday on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more to hear this old married couple shoot the flick.
Wait, did you just call me old?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Excuse me, sir. I don't know who you think you're talking to.
It's just movies. We're just talking movies.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you guys both for guessing. It's a weird one because we got 2 of you, but looking forward to listening to more of your shows, especially Bad Movies Love, sounds up our alley, and Shoot the Flick, I always recommend to a lot of people. So thank you guys very much for guessing. We're back to a fantastic episode.
Say it again? No, don't.
Don't. We got to save that for the end.
I'm going to work that in everywhere. So now we're on Planet Zero. And boy, oh boy, the CGI lighting is rough.
Everything is green.
Everything's green, except for what's not green that probably should be green. So
I felt like Planet Zero was like, it was just a soundstage. It had to be. But it was a soundstage that they like rented for the last 5 days of shooting. So they just kind of said, throw this stuff in here and we'll figure it out in post.
Yeah.
Because whenever they're on Planet Zero, it looks awful to me.
Does Miles have a beard?
Miles did not have a beard at this point, I don't think.
Well, we don't know because the mask is covering it up.
That
I
is
wonder
true.
if this is a reshoot, a rewrite, and a reshoot. Could
Maybe.
be. Because they didn't know that Doom was going to be on the end planet and stuff
Right.
in the end. So
That's
who
true.
knows?
They didn't blow up. They made it up there.
Uh-huh.
And Sue gets a notification that they had taken it. So she jumps on a computer because she has to. Nobody else does.
No.
You would think Franklin, who is in charge of this big project, would get like a notification to his phone or something like that.
And that lab wasn't big.
No.
Where is the computer? I just assumed it was in the same room and she just didn't notice them going in there or blasting off or anything.
So it looked like she was like in a control room or something like that. I don't know.
Like
It
off to the side.
must have been, right? Like, I don't know what it
mean,
is.
I think we're being kind by trying to make it make sense. It
Maybe.
doesn't make sense that she didn't see it.
So yeah, exactly. But luckily she has her push notifications on.
Yeah,
And Franklin didn't.
it's huge.
So she finds out they left. She hops on a computer in the lab and is trying to find the video feed.
Yep.
And so they're in this alternate dimension. They plant the American flag and they start seeing like this energy field and they want to get to the source of it.
Yep.
Johnny's
So
not going. Huh?
Johnny's not going. Johnny's the anchor.
Johnny's the anchor. He's not
Mhm.
going. And then Victor leads Ben and Reed down to the source of the energy.
Yep. You know, as anyone would do the first time on a alien planet by themselves.
I've seen enough alien movies to know this is a bad idea.
Absolutely. You do not climb down the cliff. You do not put your hand in the energy pool.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
all right, I'm okay with going down the cliff and like getting closer.
I
But
mean,
not,
like Victor's like
he's-
elbow deep in this
Oh
stuff.
yeah, he's like, oh, this thing is cool.
That's another little chronicle thing, I think. The rock's floating up towards his hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes, that definitely. I don't remember a lot of Chronicle, but I do remember that. So I think you're exactly right about that, where they were reacting to the human touch and everything like that.
Mhm.
And then he finally dips his hand in,
Uh-huh.
and the entire planet starts to implode, pretty much.
Yeah. Nothing could go wrong with that.
Right. It'll be
And,
just fine.
Is the ooze alive?
I mean, it's gotta be, right?
I mean, we don't know. And this entire movie is exposition driven. It's all
Right.
A lot of times most movie makers show don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
Josh just wanted to flip the script on this one. He's like, we're going to tell everything and not show at all.
This
But
one
it's got to
beats
have
you over
some
the head with it.
intelligence. Yeah, like it moves towards them
Right.
and seems to specifically pick out Victor
Right.
from everybody else.
Yep. Well, so when the planet starts to implode, this was the other moment. So they start
Mhm.
climbing up the rock face and everything like that, and Victor falls, and Reed catches him, and it's one of those like moments,
Oh,
and
that's supposed to be the stretch.
his arm pulls a little bit,
Okay.
and it's the slightest thing, but
Yeah.
again, it's one of those like, oh, remember he's the stretchy one.
So yeah, in my note, I just wrote. So he gets rocks,
Uh-huh.
he gets fire,
Uh-huh.
and they get stretchy and invisible for reasons.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
because
at least
when they're getting back in the pods,
Mhm.
Ben gets covered in rocks for
Yes.
some reason.
Yes.
We don't know why the rocks are flying
his
towards
door
him.
won't close, and then the rocks just start like blowing in on him.
And Johnny headbutts the window, and
Yep.
fire comes in.
Yep, it combusts and sets him on fire.
Yep. So what were you going to say though?
Oh no, that's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Yeah. Sue's able to bring them back, and when they land, it does like this concussive burst that hits her with like
Yeah.
this like it's invisible projectile.
I guess it's different this time for some reason because it needs to be really
Mhm.
because nobody got superpowers when they brought the monkey back, and it was the same.
The
kinda
monkey
blast
didn't
a
touch
little
the ooze.
Monkey didn't touch the ooze. Smarter than these guys.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the reason why this monkey didn't get out of his chair.
But here comes the switch because this is
Mhm.
no longer a comic book movie. From this point on, it's a body horror film.
Right.
because they wake up in the lab.
Hmm.
Reed has his foot stuck, but he can hear Ben crying out. But all he sees is a pile of rocks,
Yep.
and he can't get to him. He turns around, and his leg is like, what, 15, 20 feet long, stuck
Right.
underneath stuff.
Didn't realize that it was stretching behind him and that he was still stuck.
And he sees Johnny on fire,
Yep.
and then
Johnny's
he blacks
like,
out again.
Johnny's like a like burnt to a crisp at this point. He's like,
Yeah.
he looks like he's just like dead. But yes, he does black out seeing his foot like that.
And this could be an interesting part,
Mhm.
Again, kind of like Chronicle. They're freaking out about what their bodies are going through with these changes. It could be an interesting. What's that movie with the little kid that has the powers like Superman?
Brightburn. I
Yeah.
knew exactly where you were going
Yeah.
with that. Same. Yes.
Because that's an interesting take on superheroes. And
Right.
this could be that,
Right.
but it's not.
It could have
'cause-
taken a much darker turn and that would have been interesting.
Mhm.
But
But instead, Reed leaves.
yes.
He just leaves.
Well, so Reed like hears Ben crying out in his room, crawls through a vent, is able to like get himself out of the restraints, crawls through a vent,
Yeah.
and then the alarm starts going off, and Reed's like, "I'm gonna fix this," and he
Yeah.
just leaves.
And it was horrible. Like he looks like he's in pain. Like they're
He-
fully leaning into the Cronenberg-ness
Yes.
of the stretching. He looks like he's in pain. He's making awful noises.
Right.
Uh,
and it doesn't help that Ben's also suffering. Like he sounds like
Yeah.
he's hurting too.
He doesn't even have a hand until he reaches for Reed and he makes one.
Yeah. Right.
And right before this, Johnny's in a room
Mhm.
on a table being watched, and his fire flares up for some reason and breaks the glass. Nothing else in the lab is damaged or hurt at all.
Yep.
The table he's on, so I guess fire really can't melt steel.
It does no
Yeah.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing they had all those fire resistant tables.
Good thing.
Oh
And
my
then we
gosh.
get another time jump.
Yep. It's another
'Cause
year
this is
later.
where- this is where it'd be interesting. Of like, they're learning how to use their bodies again and what these
Mhm.
powers mean. But instead, we just cut a year forward, miss out on any lessons, and they can just use their powers pretty good.
Yeah. The only one that's kind of struggling is Sue, and it's more so like
Yeah.
control. It's not really, she knows how to use it, but it's more so like staying invisible for long periods of time.
So I didn't catch this when I was watching it, but I saw it on New Rockstars.
Okay.
Ben is now being used by the military
Hmm.
to do, I guess, like
He's doing
I don't know.
special ops pretty much.
special ops. Yeah, it said he had 43 confirmed deaths. I
Mhm.
think is what it said, and then it had his birth year as 1986. And like, hold on, in 2007, they were in 3rd grade. So he would have been like in his 40s or his early 30s,
Breaks
And-
physics. He's
Uh-huh.
immortal.
Yeah. murdering people.
Murdering people. I did want them to lean into that a little more because, like, all of the videos we saw were just him in his big rock form killing people. And
Yeah.
I think they alluded to the fact that, like, he could camouflage as, like, rocks in the desert. kind
So
of
like
thing.
Hunger Games. Like,
Kind of, yeah,
he's
yeah,
on
like
the
that.
desert.
Like he just blends in, kind of. I don't know. They kind of alluded to it, and I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to see that, but instead they just show him like going on rampage, and he's just the Hulk.
Isn't yeah? It's like isn't the tank scene literally from the Hulk movie? Doesn't
It
he
might
do the
be.
same thing?
It fully might be. That
Yeah.
would be interesting, actually. Possibly they just CGI'd the thing in instead of the
Mhm.
Hulk, which they don't say the thing ever either. But that's probably for the best.
Yeah, Johnny says it kind of right
Yeah.
before we get the end card.
Yeah, right.
Um,
And then
so they're in the lab. Reed
Mhm.
has left. He's been gone for a year. No one's heard from him.
Mhm.
And then Sue turns on him, I guess. Because
well, so what he wants to do is he wants to rebuild the quantum gate. Is
Mhm.
what they called it, because anything smart has quantum in it. So he wants to rebuild the quantum gate, and more so because he thinks he can get like more. They can harness this power and get like an army of these special agents, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the reason she kind of turns on him is because Johnny has now learned to control his powers enough to go on these special ops.
Yeah, just what I mentioned real fast. We're at 45 minutes into the movie, and all four of them have not been on screen together.
Yep. and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely true because they go to space without Sue even. But yeah, so Johnny is about ready now to go on these own special ops, and he wants to because he wants to make a difference.
Yeah.
Sue is worried about him, and that's why she kind of turns. She doesn't. I mean, let's face it. Somebody like Ben could get shot at. Somebody like Johnny is still just on fire. Like maybe melting bullets. Who knows? But
yeah,
more likely he's a lot more of a soft target.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the reason why she kind of turns on this whole thing, and she doesn't want to really help.
And the military hasn't been able to find him in a year.
Yes.
She does it in about 5 minutes.
Yes.
Because of reasons.
Because of patterns. And because of Captain Nemo, the book they talked about that one time in the library at the very beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which it's also hysterical to me that he signs his emails Captain Nemo.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I think this is, I don't want to skip it too hard. This is the first Kate Mara in her blonde wig.
Yes.
Because
yes,
during her reshoots for the next role, she had shaved her head. And
I think she was doing Girl in the Spiderweb, wasn't she?
Oh, that must be what it was. Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
They're like, just put a blonde wig on her. They didn't even account for like her roots or anything that you see earlier and later in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I forgot she was in Transcendence. God damn, fuck that movie. Covered that movie in a previous episode. I covered that movie in a previous episode, and I can tell you right now that movie sucked. So 2015, she was doing The Martian.
Yeah.
What else was
that
she doing?
That came really close to this one too.
Yeah. I guess not.
Well, you're looking that up.
Yeah.
Is what Reed is doing in South America, is that brownface?
So, I mean, he morphs his face.
And can speak fluent Spanish, by the way, something we've never seen him do before.
Yes, exactly. We've never seen him do that before, but somehow, some way, he's able to just speak Spanish now.
And he's morphed his face to look like he's from there.
Yes.
To like hide his face.
Right.
His hair too, a little bit.
Yep. Like he's able to like completely blend in, but
he kind of looks like who's the guy that plays the Punisher?
John Bernthal.
Yeah, it kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
Strangely.
Yeah, I can see that. I also was very wrong about Kate Mara. She was not the person. Well, Rooney Mara was in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I do not remember who was in the sequel.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Kate Mara for some reason, but it's not. And yeah.
Well, she shaved her hair for something.
She shaved her hair for something. I can't figure out what. Because like the next big thing she was doing House of Cards at that point, and then she also did like what was it? I just clicked off her page. Doesn't matter. It wasn't one that I would say she shaved her head for.
Okay.
So
but she did for this, and now she's wearing a bad blonde wig.
Yes. Maybe she did it for like an audition or something like that. I don't know. Claire Foy was in Girl in the Spiderweb. That's
okay.
Okay. Well, close enough. But yeah, so she has her blonde wig, and that was the important thing. That was
that's the important thing.
Yeah, because it's terrible.
Yeah, and Reed is now in his Dead Space outfit.
Yes.
Which I said, it just looks like what you wear throughout all of Dead Space.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely could be cast in a Dead Space movie with that same costume.
I guess it helps him stretch but not tear the material or something.
Well, it looks like it's pieced together by like 3 different things. So it's definitely like a rudimentary kind of suit that he made.
Yeah.
So that he could stretch, because he's able to, when she catches him, they send all these army guys, and he's still able to like stretch and hit them all and everything like that.
Yeah. This is, I think, the first beard scene
Yes, he definitely
he
has a
didn't have-
beard at this point.
Yeah, he didn't have a beer at the store where he was speaking Spanish, but now he does. And oh man, the CGI during the fight with the thing, like,
Yep.
like when they're using their powers, the stretching looks decent. I think,
Yeah.
like it's
Mhm.
it's hard to do, but you can also tell Miles is not there
Right. Yeah.
because he shot all these on the green screen
Yeah. Right.
and reshoots.
And it definitely feels like it's pieced together in there where it's like, okay, he's gonna stretch this way, but like that scene, there's nobody behind him or anything like that because it's just it's fake background almost.
And this is the first time he sees Ben since their transformation.
Right. And
So they're sad the whole way back.
yeah, it's a very emotional reunion because Ben headbutts him and knocks him out, and they fly back together, and like Reed's in a jail cell, like a clear jail cell, but they're able to talk.
Yeah, it's like a tiny box.
Yeah.
Like I think jail cell is almost too.
Yeah,
sounds
right. It
roomy.
really, yeah, it's a box with air holes.
Yeah.
But Ben kind of reveals they can't trust him anymore, and he like gave up hope that he would come back and fix him. And so it's just, woe is me, pity me. Oh no, a whole year. You were gone a whole year. But they get him back because he's the one guy that's going to be able to help them fix the gate. And they have him in an interrogation room, and Sue talks him through it and gets him to agree to do it.
Yep. Oh, bad wig and beard in this shot.
Bad weird, yes. And so he's able to he offers to help, and Franklin is like really happy to see him, even though he won't look at him. So it's kind of shows like, yeah, okay, we did miss you, kind of. And so Reed sits down. This is my favorite thing. He sits down, he looks at the computer for a little bit, and he goes, I need 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
And Dr. Harvey's just like, before you start working, he's like, no, to fix your problems. It's like the source code. Like, what? You looked for 10 seconds and it's a source code issue?
Yeah, and he knows right what line to fix and everything.
He knows exactly where to go, and he fixes it in 10 minutes. But that 10 minutes is just enough time so that Franklin can talk to Johnny about not going on these missions.
Yeah. But he's got it fixed, and Johnny's not going. Who are these guys that do get put in the thing?
They're just like grunts, right? Like,
I think, yeah, just nameless. I looked away for a second and then looked back, and I was like, "Who are these guys?" And they're like, "Kids." I don't know.
They put a bunch of grunts in there to like go find stuff and everything like that. And they fixed their video signal. That was great because waiting on the video signal pissed me off each time.
What did they say? Using an alternate frequency or something?
Yes.
Like something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they used an alternate frequency on the monkey so they can see everything. And then it didn't work on Sue until they got back to the capsule.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention this too. I have this in my notes. Tim Blake Nelson decided to chew gum for the whole back half of the movie. So after the 1 year later, in every scene he's chewing gum, and it's just like, why?
There is
a spot like going to town, like chomp, chomp, chomp.
It's like very apparent, like
yeah.
Maybe to get us to not like him.
I already didn't care for him that much, but
I know what I mean. Like I hate him more because of that.
Yeah. So the grunts go to Planet Zero, and what do you know it? Victor shows up.
They find a heat signature.
Yeah, crazy.
It's Victor.
It's human shape. Yeah.
Yeah, he's safe. They can save the day. They can bring him back. So bring him back, and he's just covered in gray green material.
Yeah, it looks like his the suit they wore that Sue had made has like fused with his body. And now everything's already been kind of going fast. But now we're going turbo mode because there's like 20 minutes left in the movie and we got to wrap this thing up.
We got to get this done.
What do they say? I wrote biochemistry is off the chart. Like, what is that? What could that possibly mean?
Yes. I caught that one too. Biochemistry is off the chart.
What is that? All right.
Biochemistry, man, it's off
Yeah.
the chart.
He's kind of metally.
Yep. He looks
kinda
like
fleshy.
he's just like he's just wearing an Iron Man suit that happens to have I was saying like that pottery in Chinese culture that they put the gold to like fix it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mhm.
It looks like that with green instead of the gold.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like it is.
Toby Kebbell did not come back for most of these reshoots.
Okay.
So that's not him under.
That does not help. Yeah. Okay.
But Doom wakes up for some reason. I feel like I said for some reason a lot more than I've said on any other episode I've done with you.
It's a lot of for some reason, but I think that's just for some reason. I don't think there is a reason.
What are his powers? Because what happens now, he sits up, makes the TV fall on the scientists that are watching from the lab,
Mhm.
and then explodes Tim Blake Nelson's head from the inside out.
I feel like it's telekinesis, but at the same time, like that doesn't really explain the explosions. Because like
Yeah.
he makes like the entire hallway of people, he makes their heads explode.
Which I thought was a really great scene, by the way. Like in any
Yeah.
other movie, that would have been really cool.
I was down with that scene. I thought that was
Yeah.
cool, and that actually gave some gravitas to like him. I was
Yeah.
saying it's Vader essentially,
Yeah,
and
no,
he had like
definitely.
force powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was down with that. I thought that scene was very cool. When Dr. Harvey gets his head exploded, that was great. And then like he just keeps blowing people's heads.
And then in the next, I have the movie pulled up on another screen.
Mhm.
There's actually only 17 minutes left at this point. And in the next 17 minutes, they start the thing back, go to the other planet, start a sky beam,
a black hole sky beam.
and then travel back and forth, what, 3 or 4 times?
They
least- So
They
they
go-
go, so he goes once, so that's
Yep.
one. Opens the beam, and they come through it. That's
they
twice.
go through the beam.
And then they come back from the beam right before that's 3. Right
Yeah.
when Johnny like hits one of the towers and takes it out and breaks the sky beam down.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. And like we're not trying to rush the ending talking about this, but it's just that's what they did.
Yeah.
He had a sky
Like-
beam. He's taking resources from Earth and converting it into energy. They fight him.
They don't say that, by the way.
They kind of say it.
Kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
The CGI budget for the last it just seems to like have disintegrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's just
exactly.
It looks like a bad Power Ranger episode.
Yep. Oh, it does. Yeah. And he also kills Franklin too, like who just wants them to watch out for each other.
I think this is
That's
what threw me off of his powers.
Mhm.
Because he blew up the first Doctor, and
He
now he can't.
blew up Franklin's brain.
Yeah. But I think the way that the effect happens,
Mm-hmm.
this is pure speculation, but I wonder if it's because of the rating. Like they wanted the PG-13 rating,
Maybe.
and him in the suit, you can't see the full thing, but Franklin outside of it, if he
Yeah.
blew up, it would be too gory.
Maybe. That's possible.
Because he had blown up his head, Nelson's head, or
Mhm.
Tim Blake Nelson's head.
Yep.
Then blew up the head of everybody in the thing, but he can't blow up this guy's head. It just is such a weird break from what he's done the last 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Maybe
It
he's
feels like
just
there
too
must
smart.
be some. Maybe
The power of brain. Either
I've been
that,
at-
either that, or the other idea I had was this is why he went back is because he needed the energy. So this is why he's like sucking up the earth and getting energy. Maybe he just ran out of fuel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm defending something that I don't understand.
No, it's we're bouncing ideas off each other.
I'm
This
going
is
power
the
of brain.
first. This is the first time all 4 of them have been on screen together. Powers or not.
Yep. They're all
And there's,
together. And what do
15
they do?
minutes left?
But what do they do? All 4 of them on the screen together. And what do they do?
Talk,
Attack individually.
attack individually. Yeah. Because he can defeat any one of us, but
Yeah.
he can't defeat all of us.
Right. Well, and like one of the
I
things,
beg to differ.
so I love the fact that they all go one at a time, and then Reed tries to like talk him down. He's like, Victor, you don't need to do this. We can cure you. And he goes, there is no Victor, only doom.
Roll credits, I guess.
Best line in the whole thing because of how stupid it is.
So stupid.
But Reed is like disbanded. He gets up and he buys enough time that the other three can get up, and now all of them can work together and fight as 4 instead of 1.
And they're so. What does Reed say to Doom? Or he's like, "You're not. I'm smarter than you. I'm no better than you." I'm like, "You guys worked together for like 2 days."
Well, no.
What
So
are you
like
talking about?
Doom's holding him
Mhm.
and is just like, you always acted so much smarter than me.
That's what it was. You always. I'm like, it was like 2 days. What are you?
But we don't know because we don't know how much time passed.
Yeah, and I didn't really see them interact with each other that much. And
Right.
it seemed, even in the time lapse, Reed seemed to take his ideas and talk to him about it.
Right. Yeah. Like I don't
As
think
much as-
they ever disagreed so badly that like it was, oh, you're always so much smarter than me. He goes, you're right. I am smarter than you. Ben, now. And like Ben was shielded by Sue's invisibility, and he comes running through, and of course he has to deliver. It's clobbering time.
Yeah, but it's been tainted. Now it just feels like a trauma response instead of like a cool, cool line.
Knocks him straight into the energy beam. Johnny flies around, destroys the towers of the energy beam.
And then in like 20 seconds, Doom dies, they fly back, and only a couple hundred people died.
Yep.
And like
A big crater. That's it.
Yeah.
They're yeah, exactly. A couple hundred maybe.
maybe,
And yeah. And they, even though they destroyed the tower and they hit him into it, and like if they destroy him, he's the source of the energy. They're
Mhm.
still able to ride that energy beam back to Earth.
Yep. But it vaporized him.
Yeah.
But don't think about it too much because they're back
Oh.
on Earth.
They're there. It's fine.
Mm.
And so now the government that it's after, the government wants to work with them still, and they're like, no, we're gonna do our own thing. We need space, we're gonna build our projects, and we get to own them. Like,
I
cool.
think you
Great.
said it already. We're not rushing this.
No,
Like
This is
they
what
fly
happened.
back to Earth at 1 hour 29 minutes, and then the credits roll at 1:33.
Yep. And they still have to get to Central City, which is not a city, it's just it's a facility.
Yeah. Ransom was like, they're gonna need a foundation for the future. Because they start the Future Foundation in the comics.
Yep.
It's like that's a good joke.
I just thought, I mean, it's they already are at the Baxter Institute. Just make it the Baxter Building. I like what.
Yeah.
And then Johnny, as they're going, they walk in and they're like, "I got a name for this place, the Franklin Storm Research Facility." And Sue's just like, he didn't want to see his name up in things, and Reed goes, "I think we need a name.
The 4 of us.
The 4 of us."
Oh man. Then they go back and forth with some silly ones.
Human
This is the
Torch
only
and his
time-
torchettes.
And I think this is the only time they say the thing.
Yes.
I guess that's the first time they said the Human Torch too.
Right. Yeah, they
Reed
really
is-
didn't say any of the names. It's not
Yeah.
Mr. Fantastic because that one makes sense.
What
It's
was it?
not
2 guys, a
Invisible
girl,
Woman.
and two guys, a girl, and an ugly thing or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
and an ugly big thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was the smartest man on earth and his neurons, and then they're like, no, the smartest woman on earth and her neurons. And Ben just is looking over this and he goes, I gotta say, it's fantastic.
And then Reed goes, "Say that again."
Gotta say, it's fantastic.
I think of everything, this is the largest cultural impact this movie's had.
This is the biggest name drop in a movie.
Yeah.
Like there's I can think of a lot of them, but that's one of the real ones I go to.
Yeah.
Because like I always go to the Family Guy where he has the bit where he goes, I always love when they say the name of the movie in the movie.
Yeah.
And they do, this is why I've got to be Superman 4, the quest for peace. And he goes, so that's why they called it that.
Man, we did it. That's the whole movie.
That is the movie. Yeah.
I have a bunch of notes about the post-production process. Like, okay.
Okay.
You know what the budget for the movie was?
Not enough.
I left $120 million.
Jesus.
Opening weekend, it made $25,600,000. Total gross American was only 56 million.
God.
Uh,
Yeah. The 2025 version came out this weekend, like I said, and in its opening day, it made more than the entirety of that run.
That's crazy.
That's nuts. That is absolutely insane to me.
Josh Trank,
Mm-hmm.
what has he done since then? Because he was supposed to do a Star Wars movie. He's
Yes.
going to do a Boba Fett movie, and he lost it after this.
Yes.
But I don't know if it was so much was because of Fantastic Four's reception as much as how he acted on set.
Yes, definitely. It is definitely a big reason why he no longer is around. He got blacklisted because of his attitude, and that's exactly it. And so he disowned this movie because he said there was too much like studio interference, that kind of stuff. It was not the movie he wanted to make, everything like that. He was very outspoken about that.
Wasn't that like 2 days before it came out?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the only other example I have of something like that is David Ayer.
Okay.
David Ayer, who did Suicide Squad, basically said kind of the same thing. He's just like, it's a fine movie, but it's not what I had planned out and everything like that. He kind of did a little more like, I don't know what to say, a little more nice about it, a little more well-rounded and well presented.
And I don't think Trank even had the movie he was talking about. I don't think that ever existed because of the reshoots and the rewrites and like him getting into it. Like apparently he and Miles almost like got into a fist fight a couple times.
Yep.
And he was rude to Kate Mara.
Yep. And my big thing about it is this is another thing with David Ayer. David Ayer went out and he's the one that made Fury. That's what I was confused about originally.
Oh, okay.
So he made Fury, the tank movie, and it was pretty decent. And then the one I'll consider, because this is what I think was a lot like Suicide Squad in his mind, he made The Beekeeper. And I had a blast with that one. I thought that was very well done. And so that's my thing is if you go out and you do this movie and make a different movie and it's good, great, cool. You've proven that, hey, maybe it was studio interference because you just go out and show, that kind of thing. Josh Trank's next movie was Capone, who has a like 15-minute Capone shitting himself scene. And that's supposed to be like a big turning point of the movie.
I haven't seen it, but doesn't it? I've seen people talk about how it feels like he was trying to make Twin Peaks.
A little bit, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have not seen it fully.
Yeah.
I have seen that 5-minute scene with Capone shitting himself.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. It's absolutely just unwatchable.
When did that come out?
2020.
So in the last 5 years, has he worked on or
he has one director project coming up, but other than that, nothing.
Okay.
Writing, he hasn't done anything since. He's got two, one in development, The Rise of Theodore Roosevelt. And then he also is writing and directing a movie called Send a Scare, which is in pre-production.
All right. We know that he is capable of a good movie. Just because of Chronicle. I like Chronicle. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was fun.
I'll say it's good. Okay. So yes, I guess definition. You said we know he can make a good movie. Okay. Yes. Definition. Sure.
It's not groundbreaking or like changing the direction of Hollywood or anything, but it was
right.
It's a fun.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that.
Shoestring found footage.
I'll give you that. Okay. You're right. You use the word good. He can make a good movie.
Two clusters afterwards.
Yep.
So there might be hope in the future.
And I gotta say, I just read the direction for this Send a Scare.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a horror startup letting users send scares gets deadly when a real killer takes over their investor demo.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Starring.
I tried, Josh. Sorry, you let me down.
starring Noel Fisher, Victoria Justice,
Oh,
and Robbie Amell, Stephen
Okay.
Amell's brother, and Karan Soni, who plays the cab driver in Deadpool.
okay.
Yeah, so those are the 4 big names attached to it. Victoria Justice is really random in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's his next project. We'll see how that goes.
Mhm.
So that's in pre-production, but I'm not holding out hope for that one.
No.
Yeah. All right, we got to rate this thing, and I'm excited for your rating on this.
I don't. I'm not going to spoil what I gave Master of Disguise.
Okay, that's good because
But I
that
also
still hasn't
can't
come out
go.
yet.
I can't go higher than that,
Okay,
and I have to go lower, and I can't give it a 0 because a movie was made.
you can give it a
So,
0. Mitchell is the only one that does the Mitchell 0.
No, but I work in post production, and I've worked on movies. Like I know what goes into doing this, and a 0. I'm going to give it a 1/4 of a star.
Okay,
You can call it the
1/4.
Mitchell 0 plus.
Mitchell 0 plus. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm hovering right around the Mitchell 0 for this one.
Okay.
Just because I'm not as harsh on this one, I feel, as a lot of people are,
Yeah.
because there are some moments that I liked about it. There's definitely a lot wrong. And I'm not saying like I'm defending it or anything like that, but I
No.
feel like I'm a lot less harsh than some other people are on it. Because this is the second time I've watched it, and I'm not sitting here going, I am never watching that again. I'm not going to watch it this year, probably. But I could probably someday down the line, because like Claire hasn't seen this one, and she said she would try to give it a shot because of the new one that came out and everything like that. I'm
Sure.
not watching it this week. Let me tell you that right
Yeah.
now. If she was around, we would have probably watched it together.
Yeah.
But I could watch it in a year or two and be like, okay, I've blacked this out from my life.
That's Spider-Man 3 for me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
correlation. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. That's definitely. It's like, yeah, I don't want to watch it tomorrow.
Mhm.
But I could probably watch it again down the road. And
Yeah, once every 4 years. Once every 10 years, like Fantastic Four.
there you go. Once every 10 years, like Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. What else you got? We've talked a lot about this movie, and we've talked a lot
Yeah.
about its problems. Is there anything you liked about it? Is there anything else you want to talk about it?
I like the Doom hallway scene. That was pretty gnarly. I liked the relationship. Well, all the actors are so good.
Yeah,
like-
right.
Michael B. Jordan could have done great with this. Kate Mara could have been.
I think they elevated the script versus
Yeah.
the script elevating them for sure.
So that's it. I think the casting was great.
Yep.
The cinematography was not.
No, it was not.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. I'm with you on the hallway scene. I'm with you on I think the cast was the right cast.
Mhm.
I just wish they had a better script to go with.
I like the potential of it, but that also makes
yeah.
it hurt more.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is a definite movie of failed potential.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Well, it sounds like that's going to do it for episode 100.
Yeah.
Which is divisible by 4, and that's fantastic. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm very disappointed in one thing, and this is the last thing, and this is a very minor thing.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was Fan 4 Stick. It's Fant 4 Stick. And that has thrown me this entire day.
Oh, for the next decade, you'll think of that.
Yeah, it bothers the hell out of me because I had it as Fan 4 Stick.
Yeah. I want
Yeah.
to know who made that logo.
Yeah, right.
I want to hunt them down.
Yeah. All right, well, that'll do it. I've been host Mike. I've been joined by
Zach.
Thank you for once again coming on, Captain Nemo. I mean, Zach.
I figure from my email relays.
Yeah, exactly. It's always a pleasure to have you on, buddy. I look forward to more in the future, including Master of Disguise, which is coming out soon. Which is
Sounds
this is
good.
a big spoiler. I haven't done the guessing game yet, so if you listen to our episodes, you got a leg up. Yeah. But this has been episode 100 of Game for a Movie, where we ask, "Are you game for a movie?" There are going to be at least 100 more, I would hope, if not more. Thank you guys very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on the Game for a Movie podcast.
Bye.
Bye.